I'm going to sit back for this one because I have, well, at least for the design portion, I have made my thoughts clear in my own live stream.
I made a whole video about it, so...
So here's the box set. You get 15 miniatures for $200. Here's the custodian guard. And now what they've done is split the custodian guard into 2 separate units. So you no longer can build shield, from my understanding, it could be wrong. You're not going to be able to do sword and board and the spears. You now have to buy 2 separate units.
That sucks.
So here's the ones with the spears.
Where's the trigger?
And what are you talking about?
There's no trigger for the gun.
Don't you know that you just firmly grasp the spear, and that's how you shoot a gun?
What? So you're gonna firmly grasp the spear while swinging it, and it's gonna be shooting while swinging it, and you're gonna do friendly fire?
No. There's a psychic link in their armor that magic.
Oh, so if they're standing next to Sisters of Silence, they can't shoot their guns anymore. Is that what you're saying?
What? No, these are the Sisters of Silence.
No, they're not.
What's a Sister of Silence?
You know, what do you mean? What is a Sister of Silence?
Clearly, these are Sisters of Silence. Look at their legs. Their legs are just Sisters of Silence legs.
No, they're not.
So there's your Sisters of Silence representation.
No Sisters of Silence legs are thick. They're like thicker than a freaking bodybuilder who just does his legs.
Well, you want to know the funny
actual bodybuilder?
So you want to know something funny?
What?
I'm hoping I can find it because I found it and I forgot to pull up.
Don't open your secret website.
Yeah, femboys.com. Okay. Let's see how long it takes him to find what he wants to find. Hey, look, it just looks like Stormcast legs.
That's that. I'm trying to look for a good photo, but you got the point.
Yeah, it's literally
they just look like Stormcast Eternals. Here, look. They just look like Stormcast Eternals. The proportions are just Stormcast Eternal proportions.
Oh my fucking god, they're literally Stormcast Eternals.
Yeah,
I have a better one. You want? I can.
I was about to say, there's a reason they looked so off to me because they looked like something I've seen before.
Yeah, their legs their legs don't look like 40k legs. It looks like fantasy legs, which just doesn't make sense because they're custodies. But on top of it,
here I have a better one. I have a better reference from my phone. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, they do look ugly. Stormcast Eternals look ugly. That's why no one collects them except for people who want to get into fantasy.
Here's the thing: is I want to do a video fixing them because I think I could fix Stormcast Eternals. That's the photo I had for reference of them. Literally, these new custodies are just AOS.
Yeah, that's just. I don't know.
So moving back here. These are the sword and board versions of them.
Yep. So it sucks again. They all look really stupid. A tank
out of plastic, kind of nice. Tank out of plastic, kind of nice.
30 tanks just don't really matter. That's probably the only thing I like. The Dreadnought I do actually like a lot.
Do you like the dick tassels? That wasn't on the original one.
Just cut them off.
I like them.
You know. Hey, there's no more dick tassels.
Custodies are one of the few models I actually had the money to collect, so honestly...
Oh, so you love the Shield Captain. The Shield Captain looks amazing, right?
No.
I think the Shield Captain looks nice.
It looks ugly.
Yeah, the Shield Captain... Yeah, so nice.
I'm chill with them Custodies. They look cool-ish.
Yeah, Pathiosa does look like Tau tanks, don't they? Now that you think about it.
So now that you guys have seen just the standard troops, I'm going to take a step back and let you guys go.
What, you want me to talk about how stupid the design is?
I need to fill up the airtime somehow.
Yeah, well, okay. We'll do it. Okay, so one, that shield just doesn't make sense at all. They don't do triangle shields ever. It's always been shorter, bulkier shields because they're freaking Custodes. On top of it, that vent. What is that vent? It looks like someone's screaming. It's looked like one of those screaming masks from one of those horror movies, and it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't look too bad, man. It doesn't look too bad. I want to defend the Female Custodes here. Let me play devil's advocate.
I'm fine with you playing devil's advocate because
go ahead, play devil's advocate.
I'm not complaining about the Female Custodes yet. That comes with lore.
No, I'm complaining about the Female Custodes and the way it looked. It doesn't look
design.
Right.
Why are we going from? Because you've seen the old models. You own the old models.
Yes. Yeah.
Why are we going from 2 to 1?
My understanding is for 2 reasons, right? 2 reasons. One, it makes it easier to identify for like new players, and 2,
so new
I
players
guess it's an aesthetic change.
So new players should supersede old players. Got it. That's your stance, right?
Oh my god.
Well,
we both know they've done this before, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's right.
Talked about this.
Just because they do something before, just because Games Workshop fucked something up once does not make it okay.
They will find a way to whip it out and fuck it up again. Is all I'm gonna say. So the most we can do.
That's not defending them.
Illumination. The Fem Custodes are not going to let you hit. There is no reason to play devil's advocate.
These are the genuinely collect, and I actually like. So of course I'm going to at least play devil's advocate, bro.
Okay, well,
and for the record,
you're acting like I don't have a Custodes army too. I have too many armies.
Here's the thing, though. I'm broke. Really? All right. Secondly,
hey, can I ask you something?
Sisters of Battle forever.
Can I ask you something, Limited? Yeah. Why do they have outward protrusions on segmented armor?
What do you mean?
Well, look at this guy here. He has clearly stylized stuff on segmented armor, but the point of segmented armor is it covers over. So how is it going to bend forward or bend backwards if they have stylized stuff on the segmented armor?
Honestly, yeah, I can't defend that. You got
anyway,
me.
Scroll down.
Know how
scroll down.
Hey,
scroll down.
Can I ask you something else? Why did we change from having stylized Aquillas on our shins to now just being Stormcast Eternal shins?
Yeah, I guess they kind of do look like Stormcast Eternals.
Kind of. Shit, I
didn't notice. I didn't notice. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Hey, why the fuck do we have a fucking... I'm sorry,
what
this
the
is so fucking bad.
Wait,
why do we have this on a bare head?
Really wanted to start styling.
Is that like drilled into his head or some shit?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Cool. Anyway, scroll down to the Female Custode again for me, please.
Oh, you mean the Golden Girls?
Yeah.
Because we have Grandma right here.
This one. Why does she look like a man?
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Like when you look at female knights' armor, you can clearly tell it's a woman-based armor. I mean, look at Joan of Arc's armor and then compare it to men.
Okay, just look at the Sisters of Battle. Look at the Sisters of Silence and the Sisters of Battle. They look like women.
Look at this. Can you tell me what gender they are?
No.
Man, GW genuinely can't fucking win. When it came to Sisters of Battle, And then fucking boob armor. Everyone was bitching at it. Now that they have flat armor that's more historically accurate, everyone's mentioning it, bro.
That's not true. That's not true. I literally just cited Joan of Arc. She had boob armor.
Joan of Arc had boob
What
armor.
are you talking about?
One person.
No. Stop. Can I actually explain the history behind it? Because it always depended.
You know you can't use that word on a live stream.
No. Okay, just stop. Listen, right? So the fact of the matter is, the people that had knight's armor were rich, right? So people that just had generic armor, especially women that had generic armor, wouldn't be able to afford to get it customized to their figure, right? That's one of the big things. And if you look around in real life, most girls don't have D cups, which means they don't really need to get something adjusted. C cups, maybe. B cups and A cups, you don't really need to get it adjusted because the armor's already off you enough that it's not going to hurt to get them pushed against your body, right? It's the same way men wear cups when we play baseball, you know?
Yeah.
Because you want to protect
we wear
it.
cups for protection.
Yeah, exactly.
Or UFC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
but if your cup's too tight, it fucking hurts.
Yeah, so what they could do if they wanted to do stuff, they could be like, oh yeah, for a female custody to be a custody, they need to have their boobs cut off and they need to be implanted with all this crap to become a female custody that's just weaker than a male custody. But that's lore stuff, so whatever. That's a later thing.
We're not. We're touching on lore. My thing is, the armor looks like shit. I don't like it. Comparing it to what we had before, and my argument's going to be they just did Stormcast. Like that's why I made the clear divide. Because we can have all these lore discussions later. The lore discussions are a deep, integral conversation that you have to have, where it's like, does canon really matter? Does it not? Like, there's like 7 level of questions. Fair. What we're looking at now, does it look good or better than what we had? And if it doesn't look as good or better than what we had, there's no fucking point for it.
It looks worse than what we had. It doesn't look any better than what we had.
I would argue it looks worse.
Yeah, it looks way worse. Like, it's not even close.
I haven't been looking at the chat.
Wait, quick thing. You know the worst part? You know the worst part about this whole design? It's standing on a rock. Why do all the models have to stand on a rock? Give me something else, please. Why don't you pose ready to?
No, I feel you.
So
at this point, you might as well just get that shit.
So to be devil's advocate with him, I think this dreadnought looks amazing.
It does. It looks amazing.
Tank looks excellent, and it's good that we're moving them to plastic. I work with Forge World a lot. I work with 3D models a lot. I am fine working with resin and plastic, but it is easy. I'm fine working with resin. It is a hell of a lot easier to. Sorry, I get Cookie Monster fucking just threw me for a loop.
What? What did Cookie Monster do?
Look at the chat.
Which part?
Womankind.
Yeah.
Of womankind.
Yeah. Yeah, the dread is contempt. Yeah, that's a contempt dread, but it's a special.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
So again, look here. It has 2 vents
instead of just one combined.
Yeah.
One big vent would make more sense than 2 vents.
No, 2 vents make more sense than 1 vent because
one big. So no, I didn't connect them. Make it that big but connected.
No. So it's just like how your PC works. Having multiple fans pull the heat better than having one. So that's why it makes more sense to have multiple vents.
Okay,
because
that's
the
fair.
vents are supposed to be expelling heat.
That's
so
fair.
I ask you again, Lumination. Why do we move to one vent?
Hear me the fuck out. All right. Hear me the fuck out.
I can say it's because girls are cold-blooded.
You know what? You know.
Counterfracture, they have 2 vents.
We can't even talk shit though, because one, right?
They do.
I'm willing to bet money. Right? There has to be a pattern of Terminator. Like the fucking proto-Terminator that was used literally before the Great Crusade, or the fucking Indomitus.
Wait,
the
stop.
Saturnine?
Has
The
Proto.
Saturnine?
not the Saturnine, not the massive shoulder. If you Google Proto-Terminator Dreadnought.
Yeah, wait, stop.
40K.
You're talking about proto Terminators. These aren't protos. They've had this armor for over 10
Also,
That's
this
kind of
is
my issue.
this.
You
This
have
is
to understand that the
customized.
Custodes armor is made specifically for them. The same way they are individually created. So I don't want to get into the lore.
No, the armor still has a standard template, but it's been customized. So, for example, you can't take Space Marine armor and put it on a guardsman. They have to go through the process to be created. But there is standardization.
Why does the chapter master of the Space Shark? Why does the chapter master of the Space Shark have Terminator breastplate so big they had to?
Because he's the exception, not the rule. He is the exception, not the rule.
We're clearly breaking exceptions with this model release.
So I actually agree with you, because if I remember right, the Saturnine actually have, it's a mix. Because if you look at like Abaddon the Spoiler, he's
I wasn't
in
even
Saturnine
referring
plate.
to the Saturnine.
If you look at Saturn, if you Abaddon's armor, he's in Saturnine plate, and it is technically one big fan, but it's also divided. I'm trying to find. Please show me. What the fuck is it? Yeah.
360. It does look fucking stupid. You're right. Yeah. See, there's two fans. 1, 2.
1, 2.
Let me pull it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Let me pull
1,
up
2,
Abaddon's
3,
model.
4. Abaddon. I've got his model in my hands. Give me a second. He has two fans.
I own his model.
Abaddon.
Actually,
I got his old metal model.
It's like.
And I've got
like two fans, but combined into one.
No, it's two fans with like a thing in the middle blocking, breaking them apart. So it helps it go in two separate directions.
How are you able to know that?
Because I built his model.
I built his model.
No, I just cut the cape off.
Corvus pattern armor. Look at Corvus pattern armor for a second. I want to check something.
My fucking god. Corvus pattern has the two vents.
You know what?
Wait, it does?
Yes! Corvus is Mark 6.
No way. Shit, at this point, you might as well just say the Custodes got it revamped. Like, I don't have any.
Also, even with the cape, I'm pretty sure you can still see the vents.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's fucking. Yeah. I fucking hate.
Because he has a cape. I was kind of confused.
Yeah, right here. See, so it's kind of one vent, but it has a separation.
No, it's separated through the middle.
But there's still a separation.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Screw you guys.
It's still technically two.
At this point, go to the fucking Shield Captain. Go to the Shield Captain model. Go to the fucking Adeptus Custodes Shield Captain model. There has to be one vent.
The current 40k stuff?
Yeah, for the Custodes. If not, the Alaris pattern Terminator armor for the Custodes. I know there's at least one fucking model. I know.
So here's the issue. If I go to the 40k stuff, it doesn't include Forge World. Do you want me to include Forge World?
Fuck it, I say we do it.
I don't think you're right, but I'm willing to go through this with you.
There has to be at least one.
Oh, fuck off. This website's annoying.
Is it not loading?
No, it loaded, but it gave me one thing. Because it Talon. So here's a Shield Captain from Forge World.
Because there's more creative vision in Forge World, I've noticed. Or freedom, not vision. What the?
Sorry, I'm trying here. I fucking hate.
No problem. Take your time.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? I can't turn things because I'm retarded.
No, the website. So look, I literally turn and I go all the way. See.
Yeah. Oh no, you clicked the wrong button. You have to try again. Screw up a million times.
That's
Why don't you turn towards the right where you have more room? You know, you can click, turn a little bit,
I'm
let go of it, and then keep doing that.
That's what I'm trying to do. There's 2 vents. We've seen 2 vents on the
There's 2
fucking
vents.
model.
Anyway,
There's 2 vents.
let's go
I'm the
back.
shield captain
Let's-
from Forge
Oh
World.
my
There was
God.
2 vents on the one from 40K. There was 2 vents on the Custodian Guard.
Let's
Alright.
go back to the female Custodes.
Here.
Honestly,
Aquila pattern
honestly.
Terminators.
Where's the closest bridge, and can I jump off it?
You don't get to die.
Why not? It's half the fun.
There's 2 on the Terminators.
Yeah, there's 2 on the
there's 2 of
Terminators.
everything outside of the female ones for some stupid reason. Anyway, keep scrolling down.
Okay. Alright, that's I will concede defeat.
Also,
even
just
the
look,
Captain General model.
Just look at her face. She looks like a man.
Oh no,
See that?
I actually kind of like
That
the
is
head, but I
interesting.
like the head ironically. Like, I would love to get 3 of these heads and like make a Golden Girls.
Good question. Oh wait, 1987.
Like the Golden
Go
Golden Girls TV show.
Go to my Instagram and look up the most recent video that I posted. It literally talks all about that. It's stupid. So I'm responding.
Well, so here's my thing: is we didn't out of the Custodians range. What was the one thing that needed an update? The Sisters Islands, and then they released. I would say
Listen,
Sisters Islands need an update more than Iron Hands.
Well, look. Well, Night Trap. My YouTube should be uploading that like 2 days, I think.
These look cool. I've always liked these models. But again, there's no trigger on this gun. There's no trigger. How the fuck are you shooting?
I do like those, though.
I don't know.
I've always liked them.
The tanks are just tanks. No one cares.
I like the tanks. But that's because I wanted to get tanks, and they've always been Forge World resin. And I don't mind working with Forge World resin. It's just too expensive. It's really hard to get my hands on.
Quick thing. I think we need a ban Cookie Monster. He wants more Ultramarines.
I think Cookie Monster is our greatest fan that we've ever had, and is a fucking legend.
Yeah. There are no female tanks.
I am entirely willing to put aside my hatred for the wolves if me and you can kick the Ultramarines out.
Yeah.
I'm willing to parlay.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm willing to parlay.
I said that from day one. I like Iron Hands more than I like Ultramarines.
Okay, if you kick me out and taking the name because it was my name first.
No, we didn't say we're kicking you out. We're kicking out Ultramarines because fuck Ultramarines.
Yeah, I'm an Ultramarine.
Yeah, so we'll just bag you out.
So here's how they answered. We're moving to lore now. Here's how they justified this change in lore. Is Custodes a new thing? Well, yes, but no. Up until this point, the few Legiones and Adeptus Custodes miniatures we have seen without heads have obviously been male, and the rest have been so armored that it's hard to tell. The new range is a mix of both male and female.
I'm actually going to kill myself.
Wait, could you do me a favor quickly?
Yeah.
You've got Instagram on your computer, right?
It'd be easy to find you on YouTube. Is it up on YouTube?
No, it's only on Instagram.
I'll see if I should have it. I'm not sure I'm logged in. I'm not logged in, and I'm not gonna log in.
That sucks. Can you do it without logging in?
I don't think I need the direct link to do it without logging in.
Give me a second. How about this? I will share my screen. Oh, I don't have it. Actually, I don't have it either. God damn it.
Just put the link in the chat.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Good point.
So they've now expressed that Space Marines can only be male, but lore-wise, so I suppose Custodes are not Space Marines. This is wrong, because according to the older lore that we have been told, that the Space Marines are just a mass-produced version of the Custodes. That's why they are not as good as the Custodes because they take a lot less investment than the normal Custodes.
Can we
Yeah.
please just get to the lore, bro?
Well, yeah, no,
I'm
quickly.
talking about the lore right now.
Stop. Two. Just watch this video. We'll play this video. It's essentially my view on the Sisters of Silence, and then we'll go back and yeah, you're gonna have to start off from the beginning, obviously.
Silence. The Sisters of Silence have
Marines are disposable. Yes, they are disposable. But you know what isn't disposable?
I wanted more
Noble
Sisters of Silence.
Terra
And
woman.
stronger Sisters of Silence. The Sisters of Silence have so much potential. Like, how about Cole makes an exosuit that is powered by the warp? That would completely and utterly mentally destroy anyone who wears it. Except for... wait for it. The Sisters of Silence. They are blanks. Use them. Make them stronger. The suit can be a buff to their speed and strength without some...
Why'd you pick that picture?
that ruins any sort
I think
of
we both
system
know why he
or
picked that photo, my
this
friend.
fantasy
Fucking gooner.
embodies.
Hey, keep watching.
Then when it comes to the tabletop, give them an 8-inch move, free toughness, free strength, 2 wounds, a 6+ leadership, and a free OC. A free plus invulnerable save, and some blank rule that gives them -1 to hit for anyone within 12 inches.
Make it more than 12.
Even
Make
sustained
it
hits
16 or
rolls in close
18.
combat.
Yeah.
And
Most
complete
psychic spells are that
immunity.
long.
People get uncomfortable when looking at them. You think they'll be able to look at them when firing a shot? In close combat, their execution blade can have 4 attacks with 2 weapon skill, 3 strength, -2 AP, and 1 damage. They can be objective queens, like they are in lore. Stronger than the average Space Marine, but weaker than a Custode. However, they can hold objectives better, like they do in lore.
And look, nobody complains about the boob armor.
GW
Yeah, I know.
only cares about lefty
Get the fuck up.
bullshit and doesn't even consider their current lore. Give me more Sisters of Silence models, please.
And
Yeah.
notice how they had segmented armor with nothing on the segmented armor.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Also, I need to know how long did you research for photos?
Oh, not long.
Are you sure? Because
No,
my money is.
literally just look up Sisters of Silence, and that's one of the first photos that comes up.
Okay. Continuing to talk about the lore. Custodians not Space Marines. That's wrong because we know the process are similar, not the same. Essentially, the difference is. Let me finish.
Go back.
What?
Repeat that sentence one more time.
The custodians are not Space Marines.
Okay, what did you say in response to that?
They're similar, not the same. The different. Let me finish before, because I knew you're gonna hop on the point of they're not the same. You say this. One is using the Emperor's DNA to enhance human DNA. One is using a Primarch's DNA to enhance humans' DNA.
What? Wait, sorry, say that again. I'm lost.
The Emperor,
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
in the process of creating the Custodes,
Yes.
imbues them with his DNA. And we know this because the Grey Knights and the Custodes, when they are having a pissing match, have both expressed they carry the Emperor's DNA.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's been stated by Call that the process to create a Custode is basically a work of art, and the creation of a Space Marine is a mass-produced version of a Custode.
Yeah, well, check the chat.
They fucking do use the Emperor's DNA. It's expressly stated that they have the Emperor's gene seed.
Specifically his seed, which is a little scary to what? Okay, Night Trap. Okay.
Okay, they have his white material. Naruto wasn't the only one who got that.
That's what I'm hearing. Okay, bro. Okay, let's just relax.
What? That's what he's hearing. Yeah, that sounds like GW.
Okay, well, you're kind of forgetting the important part of this lore.
Actually, wait. To be fair, I'm
I
going to play
wasn't
devil's
finished.
advocate. No, I'm going to be
wasn't finished reading.
Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to play devil's advocate for GW thinking, making the Emperor a tranny, which is technically, if we're going to be logical about this, the Emperor can make himself look however the hell he wants to anyone.
Exactly.
So he could make himself look like a woman to someone if he wanted to.
I am so fucking glad that we are not drunk for this conversation.
I
'cause
am drunk
would
for this
immediately
conversation.
say
I don't know
something.
what you're talking about.
I specifically made sure not to drink because I knew I would be leading the conversation. Other than the obvious points that they're both gene-enhanced warriors, even though we've expressly stated that there is a genetic connection there, that's like saying like Windows 8 is not related to Windows 11.
Okay, but then the issue with the argument of
They are
is that much
similar,
like
but
their
let me
genetic...
finish. Let me finish.
Let him
Oh, God.
finish. Oh my god.
I will read this out and then you can respond to it.
Let him finish. Illumination.
Is that okay?
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay, you will have
Because
you
for
will
the
have your
last fucking
time to defend it. You will
have
have your
literally
time
been
to
going.
defend the choice. I respect you enough to let you defend it. Custodians are not space
love you
marines
too.
other than the obvious point that both
Let him
Howard
finish.
Custodians are taken as infants and recrafted by ancient science. The process is arcane, bespoke to each individual, crafted by the Emperor himself, until the whole Horus heresy thing went down, which means the Emperor no longer creates the custodian specifically by himself. Now they're going right here, instead of in a codex or book, specifically addressing the fact that the first black book, written by Alan Bly, who created Heresy 1.0, was the first one to expand to expand on the talons of the Emperor, said there was only sons of noble houses taken. They say some of them are, it's all about symbolism and authority, which isn't true. It was all about practicality. So these unification patriarch houses had pressed their kingdoms down to their firstborn sons, who had been taken. Not true. The kingdoms remained. They houses, and this is a logical inconsistency again, and they're remade as guardians of the Emperor. This is still true, but that's not the only source of recruitment. Other methods have been equally overt or more secretive. Noble daughters could have been taken, and at some point you run out of noble houses. Now you can respond.
Are you
here,
sure?
let me finish the full quote. Even after you've conquered all of Terra, because I just noticed something else that's really important. The inexorable war machine of the Imperium still requires a constant churn of recruits. Now you can respond.
Are you sure?
Illumination? You can go Illumination.
Okay. I agree with 80% of what you said. Okay. Are we on the same page with that?
What do you agree with?
That yes, the first book made it as Jesus, what was the name of the book again?
So the first heresy book is
yeah.
So
The
what
first
it is
heresy book.
the heresy. You have the Black Library books, and then you have the actual heresy first edition, and those are referred to as the black books because the cover was black.
Okay, wait.
And they were created by Forge.
I don't have the physicals, but like those books specifically was actually what I did read.
Wait, guys,
and
quick thing. Check the chat. Do you agree with Cookie Monster?
The Black Templars just want
our beloved. Okay, bro. Whatever you say.
You know how they're getting it. They're getting it orally.
Oh my god. The Black Templars just want more powerful gene seed by gaining it straight from the source, the Emperor. At this point, just make them milk the Femstodes, bro.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Jesus fucking.
That's a good question.
No, return to your point. return to your point. This is
What I was
discussion.
trying to
It's a
say,
very
right,
important discussion.
is that I'm seeing a lot of people say that they shouldn't exist one for another, but like let's assume that they do exist, which there is no technical lore reason why they can't because they are gene crafted specifically for them, and there's
So
no direct lore that says from the
can
Emperor's seed that he requires male.
can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
Yeah, sure.
No.
There is nothing saying explicitly that it can only be men like there is for spacemen, right? However,
Mhm.
tell me one line of lore where it expressly says it can happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
I
fucking
can't.
Primarch project. Malkador suggesting we make them female. Do you
No,
honestly
no,
think
no,
with
that doesn't
suggestion in
fucking
mind?
count. That doesn't fucking count because remember,
Are you
the
shitting me?
Emperor. Let me finish. I love Malkador. I have an army for Malkador. Okay. Remember, the Emperor laughed at him thinking he was joking. Clearly, the Emperor who created the project knew more about the project and understood the gene therapy way more than Malkador did, thought it was so erroneous and outside of the realm of possibilities of an idea that he physically laughed at him.
Hang on a second. Was it literally because it was too much for the Emperor of all people, or literally because he thought it was a bad idea? Because I've heard two of those things, and I
So
don't
it's not
remember enough about the
expressly clear because
You
we have, let me finish. We have one throwaway line that says, "The Emperor laughed. He thought it was a joke. I was not joking."
This is the same guy willing to glass the planet because he thinks it's the greater good. You honestly think that he wouldn't at least be able to
I
reconsider?
think the Emperor specifically designed the things he designed with specific intention in mind.
Yes.
And it makes
Okay.
no sense that the Emperor would design a custodian template because that's what he did.
Okay.
And we know he designed the custodian template because they continued to create custodians after he died.
Okay.
He would design something and then add in elements he didn't want into it on purpose.
Okay.
So I
Can I
ask
respond to
again,
that?
where is the explicit proof
Can I respond to
that
that?
would suggest? I'm going to finish because my brain's going faster than my mouth. There is nothing in lore said by the Emperor that explicitly stated that he created female custodes, and every single piece of information we have ever been given says to the contrary. Since we've had no suggestions of it being a possibility, and all the evidence, while circumstantial, says the quite opposite of the information, I tend to
Well, here's
lead
the
on
thing.
that would be true. If
Well, for
7
starters,
pieces of evidence tell me this is the truth, despite the fact that it's not 100% guarantee, I'm going to land on the 70% correct.
well, here's the issue with that thinking, right? This is assuming that the Emperor is relatively straightforward, which we can assume. For a guy who's lived for 30,000 years, his parenting was objectively the most dog shit in fiction.
That's because they
Alright.
weren't parents. They were tools he was meant to. It's literally expressed by Malkador, expressly stated by Malkador, the person you're citing, and Constantine Valdor, that the Emperor's seed was not meant to use to create sons. They were meant to use to create generals. Malkador even asked the Emperor, "Why do you let them call you father?"
Can I respond?
Yes.
I never said that they were directly his progeny. Furthermore, literally at the end of the new End in the Death volume books, it was literally stated that he grew to accept some of them as his sons, firstly. So it clearly shows that his opinion can change, at least limitedly, right? Over time, we can agree on that, at least a little bit.
I don't. The issue is then we're going to get in the debate of which canon should supersede which canon. because I'm going to
Oh
be able
my
to cite you a stuff
fucking!
that says
Wait.
that's the
Just
opposite.
quick thing. I have
I
had
didn't even get to finish.
drinking too much, so I've hit the seal. So I'll be right back.
I swear to Christ Almighty.
No,
Can I at
you
least
asked
just
me if I
learn?
agree with you, and I answered the question. I didn't cut you off.
No, I meant like I meant with Dusk, but I was saying so we know one, he can change his opinion. That is my first point. All right. Secondly,
Can
we
I
can agree that
interject?
the Emperor is fine.
Because I'm going to make the interjection of, I think he can change his opinion, but then we also have to factor the inconsistency with the heresy of having different writers who view the emperor in different ways.
No offense, right? But if we were to go with that chain of logic, it would also be very difficult for us to narrow down which writers we should at least listen to. You know what I mean?
Well, no.
Because
So
at
what I
that,
mean is, for example, Dan Abnett has expressly stated he views the emperor as a misguided father, versus ADP, who has expressly stated on his Twitter that he negatively views the emperor. And whenever we have ADP writing the book, he makes the emperor come across as a massive asshole. But when we have when you have Bowden, not Aaron, that's Aaron Dempsey Bowden, when you have Dan writing him, he comes across as very different. And that makes a character very inconsistent. So when you then start to cite things, you then have the question of, well, what's the intention of the writer here?
all right, but like here's the issue though. We'll just be going into Dan Abnett's supremacy zone. Like low key. Trying to either justify a writer or trying to basically claim that one writer who came after another writer didn't agree with the previous writer, so therefore their take may be
That's
invalid, which I think
that's that's my argument. I'm going into that
don't hear
because
me
we
wrong.
know
Hear me out.
the
Hear me out. Hear
original
me out.
lore was written one way, and now we have expressly stated from people who did. Because remember, Alan Bly publicly said ADP, who has ADP wanted female custodies for years, has stated publicly. Alan Bly stated to ADP publicly that he was fundamentally wrong with his lore interpretation and letting his own personal beliefs go ahead of writing the lore.
Okay, but then here's the issue, right? We run into the issue with authors. It's always been the issue with 40k lore. I'm not disputing with you there. But for the topic of fem studies, right? If we dwell too much on that, we won't be actually answering the issue on hand, which is we have the lore that has not been canceled, at least for the most part by the community, is largely accepted by the company, and is already basically had provided like the lore is literally already there. Either we ignore it or we accept it, and then
No,
see
but
what
but
happens as to whether or
what I'm
not it is
saying
going
is
to.
what I'm saying is they are writing the lore to change the lore.
Yes, but here's the thing: we've already
Like they
established
literally stated.
changes. The lore
No,
changes.
let me. They literally expressly stated that yes, they take the sons of noble houses, but there may be more because you run out of sons. No, you fucking don't. Okay, you're going to run out of sons faster if you take the women that you need to breed to make more of them. Okay, you need at
Okay.
least a 30 to 70 population ratio to keep generational healthy. If you're taking female custodies and male custodies, you then have population going down of noble houses. Furthermore, the emperor expressly stated he doesn't want the super soldiers to be able to breed or take over. His goal was to have humanity get into the webway and create a new humanity first empire where normal humans would rule it. If he created female custodies and then male custodies, that creates a route for breeding, and that would expressly go against what the emperor wanted.
Again,
Furthermore,
I think we're reading
his
too deep into this to interject because
but
we literally
reading
have
too
no.
deep, these are the important questions that happen when you change lore. You can't just you can't just argue a fallacy of unimportance. This is important.
This is a slippery slope, in my opinion, because we have no lore that says that they can directly breed. You know what I mean? It's like the
Well,
argument.
but there's nothing that said they can be female.
No, we literally just agreed, or at the very least came to a reasonable conclusion, that the Emperor can either, one, change his opinion, or
Well, no,
two...
the Emperor. Changing his opinion doesn't change facts. We don't expressly have any evidence that he could create female custodes. We have Malkador, who's not the gene scientist, who did not create the Custody Project, who had no info about it, saying that he wanted females. That's the surmounts of evidence.
To be fair, we don't really know the Emperor's reason for rejecting Malkador other than thinking it was a joke. So I think you're taking a bit of a stretch here, is my point.
So
Because for the most part, right, the Emperor is
saying the Emperor
largely...
laughed at him, and saying no is a stretch. But retconning 40 years of lore is not the stretch.
I'm saying that if we look at the grand scheme of this hobby existing since the fucking 60s, 70s, 80s,
They didn't exist in the 70s and 70s and 80s.
Well, to be
they
fair,
existed in the 80s. They didn't exist in the 70s and the 80s.
They existed as like black soldiers in like the original, like if you know that original piece, God, what the fuck was it? The original piece of Sanguinius Horse and the Emperor, that one very iconic piece, right?
Yeah.
Those were the OG custodians. Those black little soldiers next to the Emperor, those were the quote-unquote custodians.
Hey, let
Literally.
me ask you something. Has the bolter changed how it works since 3rd edition? Has the fundamental building blocks of the universe changed since 3rd edition? Not really. Literally, one of the biggest complaints from 3rd to 7th edition is that the setting was stagnant. Okay, there's a difference between 1st and 2nd edition where Rick Priestley expressly stated, we're just throwing shit at the wall to try to make a cruel setting, versus what they did later on where they brought in Blanche and created a bunch of new settings to try to make the setting they had created logically consistent. Because remember, in the 1st edition, the Ultramarines had a half-elf librarian, and yet they existed in a xenophobic empire that wanted to destroy all the elves. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that is a good argument. But you are forgetting, we are literally no longer in 1st to 7th. While the core tenets remain, you can literally still change the...
What I'm arguing is that 3rd to 7th is what made Warhammer. That is Warhammer. 1st and 2nd isn't Warhammer. That was sort of brainstorming ideas of what it was. It was Star Wars before George Lucas's wife came in and cut it into what Star Wars is today.
Basically.
And then I'm arguing for the evolution of lore, not retcons. So if you want to do a storyline where the 10,000 have lost so many at the gate, and now have lost so many that they're down to maybe 1,000 custodies, and they need to desperately recruit, so they're going to take females in today on a wild gambit to try to pay it off, and the debt's going to come later when they don't have any more recruitment pool. That's very different than just saying, well, they've always been here. You just didn't see them. They've been in the background the whole time. You just didn't know they were here.
Because the thing is, right, the Emperor at the end of the day is a MacGuffin in writing. We cannot.
Not really. That. Not really. A MacGuffin comes out of nowhere. A MacGuffin comes out of nowhere. The Emperor clearly has had a past in history. We just don't know it. I mean, the Emperor is from modern. The Emperor is from Turkey. He's from ancient Turkey. He's not a MacGuffin. We know his
My brother
part
in
of
Christ,
his past.
We don't even looks like, and you're saying he doesn't fit the category of a MacGuffin. He could literally be written as anything that the writers reasonably could want him to.
No, that's a mystery. That's a mystery. That's a mystery. That's not a MacGuffin.
Oh, okay.
A MacGuffin is an object or a person created to get you out of a writing block area. Okay? That's not the definition of MacGuffin.
Let's see. This is Oxford Languages, an object or device in a movie or book that serves merely as a trigger for the plot. The Emperor, starting the Great Crusade, trigger for the plot. The Emperor, fighting
under that logic,
on the Golden Throne, a trigger
under that logic, under that logic, you're saying any plot. So, for example, let's take The Red Tide, which is a Space Sharks book. The fact that the main character was born is a MacGuffin under the
Does
logic
that
you're
impact the
arguing right
universe?
now.
Does that
Yes.
impact the wider universe?
Yes.
How the fuck does the Emperor getting entombed on the Golden Throne of Earth compare to a random ass character on board a fucking space hulk?
Because the character that was born was the chapter master. That's the main character of that book.
Are you seriously comparing a chapter master to the Emperor being entombed?
No, but I'm saying plot in general.
I'm talking about the impact made on the universe itself. My argument is that the
Couldn't you
Emperor
then argue that the
literally-
Emperor is the protagonist? Because the protagonist, by definition, is the one who puts the plot in action. And without the Emperor's choices, then he doesn't create the universe. A MacGuffin, by what you read, is an
protagonist
object.
could literally be anything. It could literally just be a character that moves
No,
the
a
plot
protagonist
along.
is the person who sets the plot in motion. And a
Yes, you
MacGuffin
could have
is an
multiple
object. So
protagonists.
therefore, he is not a MacGuffin. He is a... My fucking God.
You can have multiple protagonists, firstly. Secondly, he is a MacGuffin, because relating this back to the
Read the
argument
definition.
of the Custodes
Read the definition. Read
of
the
a
definition.
protagonist.
No, read the definition of a MacGuffin again.
Okay. Fucking Oxford languages, all right?
Yes.
An object or device in a movie or book
An
that
object
serves
or
merely
device.
as a trigger.
Therefore,
for the
he
plot.
cannot be a MacGuffin by definition. He is not an object. He's not a device.
Are we
He is a
dead ass?
person. If we're playing these definitional word games like you want to play, yes, we are dead ass.
A MacGuffin is necessary to the plot and the motivation of the characters.
But it's not a person. It's not a person. Oxford language says it's not a person. It says an object or an item.
You
He
do
can't
realize
be a
the
MacGuffin.
MacGuffin is a noun, right?
He
A noun is
can't
an
be a
animal, place,
MacGuffin.
or thing. A noun is literally an animal, place, or thing.
But that doesn't fit the
Emperor is a
definition
thing.
of the word. That doesn't fit the definition of the word.
The word itself is a noun. It could be an object, a place, or a thing, dude.
I love how you're trying to dive down to semantical arguments because I have thoroughly proven that female custodians can't be a thing.
They literally have no argument for why they couldn't. For one, you could use cloning.
Because the Emperor
literally just
didn't make
regrow.
them. Because 40 years of lore has explicitly stated they have always been male.
There is not.
There
a
is no
single piece of law
precedent
that
to say.
explicitly says that they can't.
But if you do the same thing over and over and over, and it only has one result, it's highly likely that one thing's going to happen again.
Is this a Far Cry reference?
I wish, because you're making me run around because you haven't got. No, this is literally your argument. Well, because I haven't gotten.
You've
Let
literally
me finish.
been
Let me
cutting
finish.
me off.
Let me finish. Before, your argument is literally stated because I don't have a line that expressly states that they can't happen. Anything goes. That's fine.
Okay, well,
I have said
first,
every single piece of evidence leans one way. There is no evidence in the other way. Therefore, it has to be this way. And you're saying, well, technically, there's nothing that says the opposite, so therefore it's fine. Even though I have 15 pieces of evidence that all say the same thing.
well, your evidence, as I said, you have it, sure, but you're not really countering my main point. Just because you said
What's
that there's
your main
nothing that
point,
explicitly
then?
says- Can I finish without you cutting me off then?
What's the goddamn main point?
There literally is no proof that says in the 10,000 years that the Emperor was entombed that they were making custodes actively through the bits and scraps of knowledge that they could muster, that they couldn't just, I don't know.
It
fuck around
literally
and find
states
out.
that. It literally states they were making new custodians. In the
Where did it say
Custodians
that they
8th
couldn't make
edition
them
codex!
happy?
And it says they're
No,
only male!
It says that they are only male. I will pull up the fucking codex right now.
Pull up the 8th edition codex. It says the noble sons of the Emperor. It explicitly states that.
You said 8th edition, right?
Yeah.
Swear to
And if
God.
when you find it, you can send me the link so we can post it on the stream.
No, I'm just gonna send you it on.
Well, yeah, if you send it to me, however you want.
Yeah. So
I want you to find me a clear quote
Can I say my
that
part?
says no. I want you to find me a clear quote that says expressly, because that's what you want from me. So I'm holding you to the same standard where expressly states that they can be female.
You mean the codex for the Adeptus Custodes?
Yeah, I want you to find a place where it expressly states that they can be female.
Edition 8.
Right? Because that's what you want from me.
No, my argument is that because there isn't an expressive quote that says sons that I could find personally, I'm looking at the 8th edition codex right now.
So they literally referenced it in this article where it expressly states that the custodians were taken only from the noble houses of Terra.
Wait, article.
That's the quote.
I thought you said this was in the 8th edition codex. Now you're saying it's in an article?
So the article we just referenced.
Okay. I'm pulling up the codex.
Whatever. I'm fucking done. I'm not playing these word games with you.
No, I'm asking you because I'm pulling up the codex. And you said the article that we just read.
The article references the line. What part of that is hard to understand?
Bro. I thought we were arguing that previous authors' interpretations.
No, I'm arguing that every single piece of evidence we have ever received says one thing, and just because we haven't gotten an express line that says no, if 90% says something is true, it's probably fucking true.
Keyword on probably, bro.
Okay, ahead. And I said it has a 90% of going off. Would you think you're gonna die?
Yes. If the bullet actually were okay, I'm not gonna.
Okay, we had 40 years of lore saying one thing. We've had 40 years of lore saying one thing, not a piece of shred of evidence to go to the contrary. And yet, because I don't have something that explicitly states they can only be men, you say it's completely fine to change it.
Yes.
And you don't even agree with me, because I argued that it's fine to change it within an evolution, not a retcon. Because you can evolve the lore and change it that way and add more depth in through story, and that's fine. But having an overhanded change without any groundwork ever being produced or made to give any backing to the evidence is completely fine. You know how crazy you sound right now. You know how crazy you sound right now.
Well, the thing is, you're calling it a retcon and expressly prove what they're canceling.
It is a retcon. It is because the first time they were introduced in the Black Book, it says Sons Only. In the 8th edition, it says Sons Only. Here, fuck it. I'm pulling it up because you're taking forever.
Yeah, because I'm downloading the PDF. I saved it in my drive, dude. I don't have the physical books, dude. You probably do.
Hey, so have you guys been reading the chat at all, or is that just been me the entire time?
That's been you. I've gotten too into
you guys should probably scroll up to about 100 messages earlier and just start reading the chat.
100 messages?
Can you summarize what's happened?
100. I feel like they copied the electric powers.
Okay. I don't agree.
It's like a love story. Today is National Hug Day.
Just keep going.
They're both arguing on one-handed. There is nothing stating, but there is none stating he could. Oh, that it could go either way. Two sides of the same coin. Bro just hit him with the definition of insanity. Yeah, that's what I said.
I didn't mean to make that reference.
You're not even reading the things that fucking matter. Keep going. Keep reading.
Let's see. Ladies, you're both pretty. Move on to the next topic. Agreed.
No, we actually do have one more topic after this, but no.
Okay.
There's a reason why we
The funny part is we
expressly...
actually have a topic after this.
Yeah, well...
So this is why I expressly divided the lore from the miniatures.
Are you telling me
English is stupid.
Are you telling me you went straight over the two-handed comment?
The two-handed? What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, apparently you guys were arguing with
Two-handed.
one hand, and then the Iron Hands uses two hands.
That's funny.
Shit.
Yeah, it's just for me for the past 45 minutes. It's just been a rom-com listening to two lovebirds that live close enough to each other that their relationship could.
Oh, we definitely fuck. We definitely fuck.
Fuck me. That's why he's been so ingrained in this argument.
Yeah,
I'm fine with the Femstodes because it's new lore.
I'm not. I just wanted better Sisters of Silence. Look, wait. Can I say my piece? Because I haven't said anything.
Open right now. I will send it to you.
Wait. Can I say my piece? Because I've said absolutely nothing. You've just been observing
this clusterfuck.
Yeah, but I've
been observing. I've
wanted something to say and I haven't said it because I've been watching the rom-com of two Ultramarines person and an Iron Hands person just jerking each other off.
Grown-ass men, by the way.
Yeah.
No. The lore is important.
Okay, wait. Okay, stop. Let me...
Okay, I literally have the quote pulled up.
See, they complain about not being able to finish. I'm complaining about not being get to start.
Well, the first stroke is just as important as the last stroke. Okay?
Exactly. Okay, so...
Just because the last...
I'll tell you...
Doesn't mean
I will tell you what...
Okay, I have all the evidence pulled up. I'm just going to run through it after you're done.
Okay, cool. So,
all right, let's
my whole argument, right? My whole fucking argument is law-based and politics-based, which is they're just adding real-life politics into the game, which shouldn't be added into the game because the game isn't about real-life politics. It's about Warhammer, right?
I agree.
But what they already had was Sisters of Silence, which are inclusive and fucking awesome. So, again, what they should have done... What are you laughing about? Black Soldier? What do you mean? I'm confused.
Because no one would be mad about it. Let's be...
Okay. I'm going to keep going.
I'm laughing at the comments.
I know! Well, let me... I'm halfway through! Now I want to finish! Okay, so...
It's so real.
Be a good boy and finish.
For me, all GW had to do was make Sisters of Silence better. And I would have been happy with that. Everyone would have been happy with that. The left wing would have been happy with that. The right wing would have been happy with that. Everyone in the middle would have been happy with that. Yes, they would have. If you made them stronger and it made sense.
They wouldn't.
What do you...
No, it wouldn't. Because it has nothing to do with actually liking this franchise. What it has to do is they want to subvert and change it.
No, that's what
literally what they did with Star Wars.
That's what I'm saying. If they made Sisters of Silence stronger using something in the lore that makes sense, like the idea I came up with.
But they wouldn't be happy. It wouldn't be happy because go look on X, go look on Twitter.
No.
There is literally a shitload of accounts now going, well, we have female Custodes, let's make female Space Marines.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So if we made Sisters of Silence better and stronger, everyone would be happy, and if someone isn't happy about Sisters of Silence being stronger, then they're just someone who doesn't care about the hobby anyway, right? So if Sisters of Silence became stronger through the thing I said, which is the exosuit, which is powered by the warp, which they're immune to the negative side effects of because they're blanks, congratulations, and then they become stronger, so they don't match Custodes, but they're stronger than a Space Marine, weaker than a Custode, but they have a very specific role that is outside of just, Psychers can't use their psychic abilities. Make sense? And that would be something cool for a story, people who understand the story to enjoy. It could even be a thing where it's like a Jellifield, so they go into the warp to do warpy stuff.
A Gellerfield.
Gellerfield, thank you. It's just that would be interesting. Oh, and even this guy. So, Aiden, blank women dreadnoughts. So make female dreadnoughts that like we have currently, but instead of them being exosuits, it's actual dreadnoughts where they're blanks, and it gives them a boost, gives them stronger, makes them
The
more
funny part
powerful.
is, like,
Yep.
literally, you don't even need to do that. You just need to not be influenced by politics. Because I
Well,
don't agree
that's my
with how
point.
Alpha's trying to influence that, right? 'Cause let me finish, at the very least, right?
Yeah.
If you look at
No,
third to seventh, when did third to seventh release? What was like the time period? The 90s,
that's
right? The 80s,
no,
the 90s
no,
to the early
no,
2000s, right?
no.
Third,
Seventh
you're
edition
talking
was
about third, right?
2016. So
No, I'm talking
from
about the early one. I'm talking
2004,
about third edition.
third edition is. I'd have to look it up when that was.
Yeah,
But I know
that's
it's
what
past.
I'm talking about.
I
Literally,
know it's
let me
past.
finish, bro.
Third edition
I
was
know
like
it's past
1998 or something,
90s.
wasn't
Literally, let me finish, bro. Because I'm literally trying to say third edition was, correct me if I'm wrong. So literally at just at the start of a new millennium,
it? Yeah.
or 2008. So right here, we had
So 1998.
post-Cold War cynicism
What the
coupled
fuck you
right after
talking
that.
about?
No, like I'm
Third
explaining the
edition released
backdrop
in
of politics.
1998.
Yeah, I literally just
Yeah,
said that. I
1998 to
literally just said that.
2004.
No one listened to
That's
me. Cool.
literally
Thanks,
what I'm
guys.
trying to explain.
No, but he's referencing the Cold War.
My point.
Ah.
Did you listen to my point? I said
No,
backdrop
Lumined, you
of
just
when
said
this
we were in.
happened. I said post-war, post-Cold War cynicism.
Okay, I'll be
Let me
back.
finish. Really, the backdrop of third edition was the post-Cold War cynicism. Fourth edition, correct me if I'm wrong, was like 2004 to 2008, so give or take. Fifth edition was 2008 to 2012, which was the financial crisis. So I don't think it's very fair to just say because the politics now sucks, let's make the hobby suck. Like, no, that's not fair, guys. Like, let's not.
I'm literally arguing
before when
the
hobby
opposite of that.
I'm saying that the lore was still cool back then, without it being necessarily misconstrued. So we shouldn't ignore the politics happening when this was writing, yes, but we also shouldn't try and overvalue it into the writer's decision making, because, like, let's be real, it's a hobby game, you know what I mean? So if we just overemphasize politics as a justification for the writer's actions instead of trying to think within the confines of the lore, we could be going around in circles, and that's why I personally, or like books where it says, oh, it's explicitly stated or it isn't explicitly stated. Because if we just look for leeway that says, oh, well, it probably is, it
So-
isn't stated, so therefore it can be, or
So how
it-
explicit do you want? How
fun,
explicit
in
do
my
you
opinion.
want? Okay, ready. First edition. These men never leave Earth.
It does not make logical sense. It does not
Boom.
make logical sense
Legionis
because, like the
Custodes
Space Marine
in
argument,
Black Book. Boom.
no,
It is
because
well
now
known, and this is
the
from
thing
the
is,
8th
right?
edition one. It is well known all custodians begin their lives as infant sons of Terran noble houses, and it's an incredible mark of prestige to surrender one's own son and child to the most glorious of callings within the Imperium, and many noble clans amongst the Terran aristocracy are willing to give up their entire generation of newborn sons to earn it. 3 different points in lore, it is always stated that they have been male. It is
This is
stated
8th
they only
edition, man.
recruit from male.
Can you share your screen at the very least? Because I also have mine up. So
It's up.
I
It's up.
haven't seen the 8th edition code.
It's shared the Discord. It's up right here.
I'm looking at the stream so I don't miss the fucking chat, dude. Just tell me. Tell me. God damn.
Why don't you just half it? Like the chat, our Discord stream is on the left side while the chat is on the right side.
Because I won't be able to screen quickly. If that makes sense. But I mean, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
So like, yeah, it is an all known. Where the fuck is? You said 8th edition. 40K. So. Where is this though? this. You said 8th edition, right? Dusk,
It's
PDF to the Discord right now so you can screen share it, because I'm also trying to. I literally typed in those exact words into the 8th edition codex and I can't find it. That's why I'm saying, because I have the PDF right now and I was very confused because I'm typing the exact words that you're saying.
I think I might have fucked up here. I think it's 9th edition, not 8th edition.
I am going to genuinely butt fuck.
Guys, the love story is happening.
Your audio would cut out, so I just heard I'm generating a and it just cuts out. But still, my point still stands. If it's 9th edition or 8th edition, my point still stands.
Okay, so we have a crossroads here, in my opinion. If it's yes, that it was just mentioning sons, and then
it expressly states that they only take infant sons.
States, yeah.
It is well known all custodians begin their lives as infant sons of noble houses of Terra. That's why I was getting so fucking autistically mad, because I'm like, there's 7 different references, because it's not just the Black Books, it's the 9th edition Codex.
Well, I mean, I was asking
even the original one,
times.
even the original in Rogue Trader, because this is the link I have. Now it's a bit annoying because they use AR, but they have direct PDF.
Fucking AI, you son of a bitch.
So even in the original, right here, this is the PDF picture. It expressly states, 1st edition, the Adeptus Custodes are the Emperor's interguards, members of which are privileged to serve the Emperor upon tending of his needs. These men never leave Earth. Boom, expressly stated, first one. Legiones Custodes, this comes from Black Book, allowing every dynasty to hand off their sons to be claimed.
Excuse me.
Claimed. So this is the Black Book.
It would be really cool if.
And then here, the 9th edition Codex, again, expressly states it's only male. So my argument was, if every single piece of evidence, well circumstantial, says this is the truth, does it not therefore make it a logical conclusion to make that the truth? As there is nothing else that expressly states the opposite.
So we're at a crossroads then. If this is the case where it literally said fucking men, then yes, you have every right to be pissed. Okay.
It expressly states they've only recruited men.
But
there's nothing saying that they can't make women into custodies, but it's expressly stated that they've only recruited men.
I'm thinking. I'm not like stumped or anything.
No, let Dusk talk. The married couples can take a step back, and Dusk can entertain them for 5 minutes.
What am I talking about?
It's literally it's literally the fucking wolf meme.
What wolf meme?
Like right now, the dad or the mom are like.
Okay, is it my headphones or is it Lumined's audio just keeps?
No, Illumination just keeps going every now and then.
Yeah, mine keeps cutting out because I'm using different mic settings, but I'll try and speak closer to the microphone. I was saying
Henry
two
Cavill
abusive parents.
Henry Cavill definitely would be pissed about everything.
From
what? Also, we're buying both of you a ring.
There's been. I would rather chop my fucking mechanical wiener off than ever wear that ring. Firstly,
it's going around your finger, not your wiener, you retard.
Wait, you want a cock ring?
I don't. Okay, bro. Like,
listen, this is why I said it to no children allowed because of you.
Listen, this is why we can't have kids on stream out.
You don't have a wife. What do you mean?
Keep saying that.
The good thing we've clarified he doesn't have a wife. Because he's an Iron Hands fan. That's why. He's got 2 of them. Anyway,
Well,
so
I
what?
tried to make it mechanical.
Yeah, but what did you want me to state my opinion on? I haven't been listening. I had some.
Oh no, I want you to entertain people while because he said he was in the middle of thinking.
Well, apparently I'm a furry, according to these two, because I'm a Space Force fan, and I like Sisters of Silence. I think they are the best thing in the
You
world.
just want them to crush a watermelon in front of you.
No, I want my head to
Not
be
even
watermelon.
joking. I don't think I've seen a single person talk shit about the Sisters of
The
Battle.
Sisters of
Like, they're
Silence.
actually pretty
Oh,
cool.
the Sisters of Battle.
Sisters of Silence. Sisters of
Yeah.
Silence,
So
not Sisters.
my only annoyance with the sister, well, we're talking Sisters of Silence or Battle, because my annoyance is the Sisters of Battle get away with shit they shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, but so do Space Marines. So you know.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Like it's the
the
whole
tis-
the character.
The TISM wants it to be. The TISM needs numbers to be.
Yeah,
even.
well, the TISM would hate Cato Sicarius, but you don't hate Cato Sicarius, so it sucks to suck.
Wait, why do you hate Cato Sicarius?
No, I said if what you're saying is true and the TISM makes you hate Sister Battle because they get away with stuff, you would hate Cato
but what
Sicarius
did Cato? What did he get away with?
Literally everything. Literally
Explain.
everything. He does stupid stuff and he gets away with it.
Bro, I love how people.
Finally, someone else fucking mentions it.
No, but so does
No,
Ragnar.
dude.
So does Ragnar. The fact is character models
don't-
get away with shit.
Illumination, don't die on this hill. Literally everybody fucking hates Cato.
they do.
Don't.
Yeah.
So I love how you're like, dude, this is
Stop.
pretty standard in the fucking community.
I like Cato. I'm just saying that if your TISM is the way you say it is, then you would also hate Cato, but you don't hate Cato. You like Cato, so
but you
that's a
haven't-
lie.
You haven't provided evidence
you just don't
of
like
him
Sisters of
breaking the
Battle.
rules.
When he jumped over a bunch of orcs and it was like 100+ meter distance jump to fight a fake war boss, and he got away with it, even though he was swarmed by boys and
Sounds like something Ragnar Blackmane would do.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you don't.
So if it's okay for Ragnar Blackmane,
I didn't
if it's
say
okay
that.
for Ragnar
I did not
Blackmane,
say that. That's not what I said. I said that if your TISM is the way it is, and you hate the Sister Battle for that reason, you'd also hate Cato. So that's not the reason you hate the Sister
no. So
Battle.
what I'm referring to is if I'd have to go find the book again, but there was like a point where some sisters killed some Ultramarines and never got punished for killing the Ultramarines, and it pissed me off.
Okay, so you're just pissed that they killed your own faction.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Seriously,
Yeah.
that's why. Seriously.
Okay.
No, I fucking love the sisters.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I just hate those two sisters in particular.
Did you know I've got some old metal sisters from like 1998?
I'm not in the market. Oh boy, do I have a list of reasons to change your
fucking God.
mind, Cookie Monster.
I'm not in the market.
Fix your audio before you fix his list.
Never.
No.
I'm legit. Okay.
Wait, can you get that?
We're not-
No, that would get in trouble for that.
We're not going to get the end of this.
Yeah. The Sisters of Battle do
I have
have
no
God
clue
on their
where-
side. Yeah.
I don't know what Luminade's doing.
It's just insane.
Yeah, I was
It'd be
literally
insane.
looking
It wouldn't
up-
be his mark.
I was looking up the edition firstly, but I have my Ethernet cable connected, so I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. So excuse me.
I think it's a mic issue.
Oh,
I
I've
don't
got her
know.
too.
I fixed my microphone, so you said it was better.
Yeah, no, it's
at least you
good.
guys
It
said
just
it was
cuts out
better.
every now and then. But
Okay.
it cuts out for a few words. But anyway, so Sisters of Silence, cool.
We have
Sisters
come to
of
the
Battle,
conclusion
cool.
that you were right.
Yeah, I'm always right. I'm brain damaged. Fuck you guys.
So just hates women, and I just think from 3rd to 7th edition, 40K didn't erase its past. It just reinterpreted it. If you look at Abaddon and his 13th Black Crusades, they said they were all failures, but now they just said it was of his forces to achieve objectives. That is an example of a retcon everyone doesn't give a fuck about right now. If you look at the Tau ship from 4th edition to 5th edition, they were perceived as naive good guys, but now have caste control with subtle. But my eyes, I don't give a fuck about it. They're just replacing satire and mystery with tragedy and myth, and like At this point, I don't give a fuck as long as they don't
So
destroy
first of all,
the.
it
I'm done.
wasn't satire. It wasn't satire. Second of all, the Tau and
Are you
Necron
sure?
Wars were expansions because they didn't have it written yet. It wasn't written. It was evolution. I am literally advocating for evolution, and you just fucking proved my point.
There is no read all of the books from 3rd to 7th.